Hey guys, it's me, Jonathan Wade. Welcome to part 2 of developing film at home. If you missed part 1 or 1.5, I'll leave links to those down in the description, and I'll put a link up in the corner. I'm making this video not only as a guide, but also as a timer so you can develop along with me. I'll break it up into sections in the timeline so that you can get to whatever part you need to. It's been a minute. I've grown my mustache and gained 5 pounds since I recorded this video. That plant in the top left, it's dead. Mostly. I'm trying to save it. Let me stir my onions, caramelizing onions here, and we'll get on with the developing setup. I use a cooler filled with water to heat up my chemicals along with the sous vide. The chemicals need to be at 102 degrees to properly develop color negatives. As you can see here, I turned it to 112 to heat the chemicals up faster, and the stabilizer was left in by mistake. Now it's time to prepare your dark bag. Developing tank, locking lid, center column, your reel set to the right film size, cartridge opener, scissors, your film. And now, for something different. After you've placed all your items inside your dark bag, zipped the bag shut, and folded the Velcro flap over, it's time to begin. Grab a roll of film and the film cartridge opener. Open one side of the film cartridge and remove the film. Careful not to touch the exposed negatives. Carefully cut the film leader. Orient the film so the emulsion side is facing downwards. With one hand, grab the end of the cut film, letting the rest fall as it may. In your other hand, grab the plastic film reel. Locate the fin-shaped tabs and face them towards your film in the opposite hand. Making sure that the tabs on each side of the reel are lined up, maneuver the cut end of the film directly underneath the tabs. You should not feel any resistance as the film slides into the groove and is grabbed by the ball bearings located on either side. Once you've confirmed that the film is traveling the curve of the reel, it's time to start cranking. Grab both sides of the reel, one side in each hand. One side of the reel should freely turn either backwards or forward, depending on the side. When turned, the ball bearings grab the film and advance it onto the track. Keep cranking the reel until you get to the end of the roll. Cut the cartridge reel off and advance the rest of the film onto the reel. Once you've done this to your other roll, place each on the center column and put them all into the developing tank. Making sure to put the locking lid on and give it a twist to keep it in place. You've now transferred your film into a light sealed tank and are free to remove all items from your bag and start the development process. The next part of this video is me just walking step by step through developing film at home. It's kind of boring, but feel free to use this video as a timer. I left my chemicals in the sous vide too long, so I'm gonna have to let them cool off before I start developing film. The temperature you're gonna want is gonna be 102 degrees Fahrenheit. While I let my developer cool, I went ahead and made sure my faucet was at 102 degrees. The film will stay in this bath for 1 minute. This will be for the pre-wash of the film. Pre-washing is normally done to soften the emulsion so that when the developer is poured into the tank, it is evenly absorbed. I also like to give a couple of extra washes at the end until the water runs clear. Now that we're messing with some actual chemicals, I'm going to put on these rubber gloves. I would also say to do this in a very well ventilated area. Make sure you have like a window open or something so that you can let some fresh air in. I check my chemicals temperature one more time and pour the developing chemicals in and start my timer at 3.5 minutes. I agitate every 30 seconds. If you haven't done so, go ahead and get your clips ready so that once the film is done developing, you can hang it up either in your bathroom or somewhere where there's not a lot of dust or pet hair or, you know, that kind of stuff. You should probably do this before you start, actually. So after the 3.5 minutes is up, I use the funnel to pour the developing chemicals back into the bottle. And I go ahead and pour in my Blix chemicals. All right, yeah, so 6.5 minutes on the clock. This will stop the film from developing any further. Yeah, I spilled. Oops. Oh gosh. And I agitate every 30 seconds. Man, what a mess. Okay, so after 6.5 minutes are up, I pour the Blix chemicals back into the bottle. Go ahead and preheat your faucet to 102 degrees. Once you've emptied out the Blix chemicals, you're ready to start your finishing bath. You will need running water for this to flush out all the extra chemicals and just make sure everything is thoroughly cleaned. 3 minutes on the clock for this. No agitation is necessary because the water's just going to be running. Okay, so my camera died here at about 59 seconds, it looks like. So I'm just gonna fill this with some black space and apologize, I guess. Sorry about that. Once the 3 minutes is done, I dump out all of the water and I pour in my stabilizer. The stabilizer is a semi-hardening agent that just keeps static from attracting hair to the film, prevents scratches, and reduces fingerprints. I leave this in the tank for 1 minute, agitating for the first 15 seconds. Pour the stabilizer back into its bottle. And at this point, the film has been developed and stopped, so you're good to take out the film. I go ahead and attach a clip to the end of my film, hang it above my head, and let the film unravel. To get excess moisture off, I use a squeegee. Lately my go-to has been a microfiber rag to get all the excess moisture off. It's just a little bit easier and I feel gives better results, although I'm sure some people find that it might scratch their film. I rinse everything off just to make sure I've gotten all the excess chemicals off the plastic, and then I wait for it to dry. If you made it this far, thanks so much for hanging out with me and developing some film. I hope you had a good time, or at least learned something from the experience. My last video for developing film at home is going to be about how I scan film using my Canon R6 mirrorless camera. So subscribe for whenever I get around to making that update. Let me know in the comments if you have any suggestions. I'm self-taught at this, but I've had some pretty good results. So thanks so much. I'll see you around.